a formal investigation over allegedly giving fake jobs to his wife Penelope and two of his children. The news emerging a few hours after the daily Le Parisien reported that some of the state funds paid to Fillon's children were transferred to their parents' account. Also, the National Assembly's ethics chief is to look into suits he got for free. France 24's James Andre joins me now from the Financial Prosecutor's Office in Paris. James, François Fillon said earlier this month that he would go before a judge tomorrow, Wednesday. Instead, we got the news of him being placed under formal investigation today. Tell us more about what exactly is being investigated.
Well, the reason why it was moved forward one day is quite obviously to avoid the media being there at the moment where François Fillon would have gone through this door right behind me to meet the judges. So indeed, it was decided that it would take place a day earlier. And indeed, now we know he is placed under formal investigation. Now he's been placed under formal investigation. He is suspected of three things: diversion of public funds. He is suspected of complicity in misappropriating funds and also not declaring assets fully to the Transparency High Authority here in France. Now, what we have here are three separate cases. One concerning his wife, Penelope Fillon. She actually was paid nearly €1 million on the course of a little more than 10 years as a parliamentary assistant. And now it is being investigated if she actually did work or not. That's a big question mark. And it appears that the people running the investigation have concluded that they have at least enough material in order to place him under formal investigation. Now, it's the same case for the children. François Fillon's two children have worked as parliamentary assistants. When he was at the Senate, they carried out missions. He said on television, he was the one actually talking about this first. He said that both his children had worked for him for very specific missions as they were both lawyers. The fact of the matter is, though, they were not lawyers when they were being paid for these missions, and both of them got between them around €80,000. Some of that money has been now proved to have been paid back to their parents into their joint account. And then there is a third case, and this is about the transparency issue. Indeed, François Fillon took a loan from a billionaire friend for €50,000. He paid that loan back, but he did fail to declare it. So this is something that's also being investigated.
James, François Fillon, though, not dropping out of the race, which makes him the first person under the Fifth Republic to run for president when he's under formal investigation.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is very much an embarrassment for the candidate who had pitched himself as the candidate of transparency. He gave many speeches early on in the campaign saying that he had absolutely no legal problems, that people who were serving the Republic needed to be exemplary. He also, famously said, and this is, I quote, he said, "Can anybody imagine the General de Gaulle under formal investigations?" Well, now he is. Earlier on, he did say that he would step down if he was placed under formal investigation. But for the now past 2 or 3 weeks, he's been saying that he was the victim of a plot, that this was a political assassination, and that he would go to the bitter end in this campaign. But indeed, the odds of him winning are now slimmer than ever, though he still has a pretty solid base of people still willing to vote for him despite this legal challenge. So what's happening is that he was maybe around 22-23% before this whole judiciary story started. Now he's down to 19, 20, depends on the polls, but he's lost 2 to 3 points, and he still believes he can actually win.